Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another brand new video. I hope you guys are all doing well. So in today's video, of course, I want to give you guys an update on what is happening with Bitcoin today and of course the entire cryptocurrency market. I actually want to show you guys a fair few new charts indicating that the next Bitcoin bull run is in fact about to happen. Now, if you guys have in fact been watching my previous videos, I have in fact been mentioning that yes, okay, the next Bitcoin bull run is in fact about to happen when an old season is obviously right around the corner. Okay, so meaning old coins are obviously going to pump as well. We know the halving for Bitcoin is in fact about to happen very soon, sometime next year in 2024 around April. That is going to be the next Bitcoin halving, and we know guys, every single time we have the Bitcoin halving, that is where Bitcoin tends to pump the most. And that is pretty much when the bull run really does, in fact, begin, right? That's when it really starts, okay? But you guys understand, once we actually see the halving actually happen, right, on around April of next year in 2024, which is less than 1 year from now, that is literally right around the corner. Once it actually happens, right, we're not going to see Bitcoin straight up pump. You know what I mean? We have to let Bitcoin breathe a little bit. Like we know in the past, every single time we have the Bitcoin halving, Bitcoin doesn't pump straight away. You know what I mean? It literally has to, it does in fact consolidate, right? We don't actually see Bitcoin pump straight away. So we have to give it, time to breathe a little bit for the next, few weeks or months once the halving actually happens. So that's why I've been telling guys, towards the end of the year in 2024, around maybe October, November, or even December, that's when we're really going to see Bitcoin really pump, right? And that's when, the next bull run is going to officially happen. So what is happening with Bitcoin right now? Well, we know for the past few days, especially a few days ago, right, a couple of days ago, we actually saw Bitcoin break our support level of pretty much $30,000. And it seems like, ever since then, Bitcoin has in fact been staying below $30,000, so around the 29K range for quite some time. You guys can clearly see that, right? So we haven't seen Bitcoin move as much. Who knows? Bitcoin could actually consolidate at this level for the next few days, right? We will see. But I told you guys, right, that Bitcoin is in fact most likely going to have a retest, and already did, right? Break support of 30K. Now it's at 29K, right? 29,200, right? As of from this video. So we could actually potentially see Bitcoin drop further down to the downside of $28,000, maybe even $27,000. But you guys understand, Bitcoin is not going to drop that much. Yes, it could have a retest back down the downside, but it's not going to crash massively to like $24,000 to like $20,000. I don't think we're ever going to see 20K ever again for Bitcoin, right? I've been mentioning that many times, but I really do believe it's going to have a small retest, most likely lowest 27K, and then it's just going to bounce back up to 30K, and of course reach a new high, and of course have another leg up to the upside for this year in 2023. Right, so that's Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin is still holding up very well, okay, very strong at $29,000. The entire cryptocurrency market's actually not moving. In fact, some altcoins are in fact, having a slight drop, right? And most of them are in fact consolidating. You guys can clearly see the global crypto market cap's coming at 1.18 trillion, and overall the market today is down 0.70%, right? So nothing is really moving, right, for the past 24 hours. You guys can clearly see that Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, BNB, Cardano is not really moving. Dogecoin is actually down 2%. We actually saw Doge pumping. You know what I mean? So if you guys haven't seen my most previous video, you should definitely check it out. I pretty much talk about pretty much Twitter, okay, with the new rebrand X logo and all that, right, with Elon Musk rebranding the Twitter logo. Most likely they're rebranding it, and of course that has to do something with Doge. So if you guys haven't seen that video, you should definitely check it out. But yeah, Doge was in fact pumping a few days ago, but today it's not really moving. Okay, even for the past few days, Doge hasn't really been moving. It's still holding well at 7 cents though. You guys can clearly see Solana's not really moving as well today. Same with Polygon and Polkadot. Litecoin, okay, next month is in fact going to have the halving. So Litecoin, okay, we could potentially see Litecoin have a pump very soon. Next month in August, early of August, that is going to be the halving event for Litecoin, and we could actually see Litecoin's price pump. So we will see, you guys, right? But overall, okay, you guys can clearly see if we go through other altcoins like Chainlink and Avalanche and whatnot, XLM are not really moving So that's that, guys. Now let's get into the charts. There is in fact a fair few charts I want to show you guys. So we know Bitcoin is going to shoot up. Okay, history does in fact repeat itself. You guys know that, right? I'm a huge believer of history, repeating itself, and this chart does in fact indicate that. In fact, okay, if you guys look at this chart right here, we know we were in fact in a bear market. And yes, I would say that we are still in a bear market, but I will say this. We are in fact seeing Bitcoin slowly recover up to the upside. That's what we have in fact been seeing for Bitcoin all of 2023. Okay, with these pumps and these legs ups, right? For Bitcoin, we know Bitcoin hit 15K and then went all the way up to around 31K. So Bitcoin, yes, has in fact been slowly recovering. So I will say this: we are in fact in the early stages of the next bull run, right? But we're not quite there yet. You know what I mean? Bitcoin's nowhere near, not even halfway to reaching back up to its previous highs. Once we actually see Bitcoin reach at least 35K, then yes, that's when I would say we are in fact halfway to obviously reaching back up to Bitcoin's previous highs, all-time highs, which was 69K, almost 70K, right? And you guys can clearly see right down here, okay, we were in fact in the bear market and Bitcoin hit bottom. You guys can clearly see that, and now Bitcoin is slowly forming a new pattern up to the upside. So like I said, we are in fact in the early stages of the next bull market. And you guys can clearly see that right here, right? So we already hit bottom. Now it's all up from here. Just like history repeating itself, right? We hit a bottom and we hit a top. We hit a bottom, we hit a top. We hit a bottom. That means it's all up from here. So be excited for that, guys. Okay, be excited for that. Now moving on, we are almost there. Like I said, we are literally less than, a year to the next, Bitcoin halving, less than a year from now, right? So around April, that's what most people are in fact saying. Some people are saying it's going to happen in May, but I'm going to stick with April because I think April, yes, April next year in 2024, that is going to be the next Bitcoin halving. And we know, guys, once it actually happens, we're not gonna see Bitcoin pump straight away, but it will slowly pump, especially towards the end of the year in 2024. Okay, so be excited for that, guys. Some exciting times are in fact coming, and this is why, guys, we should be very, very bullish with Bitcoin. We should be stacking as much Bitcoin as we possibly can. We are in fact still in the buy zone, in my opinion, right? Especially at this level of $29,000. I've been telling you guys many times when Bitcoin was even at 30K, above 30K. It was a buy zone. Now, since it's below 29K and it's pretty much hovering below 30K, it's at 29K, it's even a better buy. You know what I mean? And yes, in the next few days, few weeks, maybe in the next week or so, we could potentially see Bitcoin drop further down. But look at this chart. We are 81% almost there, guys. Okay, 100% almost there to the next halving. So it's almost time, guys. Okay, so please take this moment and take this time, right, to buy Bitcoin as much as you possibly can. Not financial advice, but please understand this, guys. Bitcoin will pump. Okay, so time is ticking. Please understand this. This is literally your once in a lifetime opportunity to stack as much Bitcoin as you possibly can at this price of pretty much below 30K, right? So that's that. Now, yes, the bull run is in fact about to happen for Bitcoin. 150K. Comment down below right now. Do you guys think Bitcoin can actually reach a price target of 150K in the next bull run? Or do you guys think it can go even higher than that? This chart right here is indicating that Bitcoin can go higher than 150. It's saying it's going to reach 200K, right? So let me know, guys, right? In the next Bitcoin bull run, where do you guys see Bitcoin reaching at its new all-time high? Is it 150K? Is it 200K, 250K, 300K, I don't know, 350K, 400K, 500K, half a mil? Let me know, guys. Personally, right, if you guys have in fact been watching my videos, I told you guys many times that personally, I think Bitcoin can reach a new high of 200K to 250K to a max of maybe 300K. Now, if Bitcoin goes over 300K, that's going to be even better. That's going to be even sweeter, right? So we will see, guys, but for a fact, Bitcoin is easily going to reach 6 figures, and that's going to be a big day, right? That's going to be a big milestone for Bitcoin, right? For Bitcoin history, when Bitcoin does in fact reach $100,000. So be excited for that. Okay, so we will see, guys, right? But I'm gonna stick with 200K to 250K to 300K for the next bull run, right? So that's just my personal opinion. Now, like I said earlier, I'm a big believer of history repeating itself. So what Bitcoin did back in 2014 to 2017, we know in 2017 Bitcoin was absolutely pumping. It pumped all the way up to around like 20K, you know what I mean? And everyone right at that time when Bitcoin was in fact around, $19,000 to $20,000, at its all-time highs back at that time in 2017, everyone was talking about it. And obviously everyone was buying Bitcoin, right? And then we saw Bitcoin absolutely plummet in the next few months to around like $4,000 to even $3,000 at one point, right? Bitcoin dropped a lot and everyone just lost faith. Okay, but guess what? If you bought Bitcoin when Bitcoin was dropping at that time around, when it was below 10K, you would have been up in profit because, obviously in 2021, we saw Bitcoin bounce back up because that is when we did in fact enter the next, bull market. And Bitcoin went all the way up to like 50K to even 60K and over 60K. We know that, right? So it's very, very simple. The same thing is going to happen for, the next few years, 2024 and of course, 2025. Okay, 2025 is going to be an amazing year for Bitcoin and crypto, right? So be excited for that, guys. And it seems like, yes, it's all going to be up from here. We know the halving is about to happen. And I told you guys, every single time we have the halving, that's where Bitcoin tends to pump the most. You guys can see back 2016 when we had the halving, we saw Bitcoin absolutely shoot up. So guess what? The halving is about to happen. That means it's going to absolutely have an amazing bull run. Okay, so be excited for that for all my Bitcoin holders out there that's watching this video right now. Now, the last chart I want to show you guys for today's video is the halving. Okay, another halving chart, and you guys clearly see is about to happen. Okay, the next cycle, okay, is about to happen. Okay, the next bull cycle. So be excited for that. And time is ticking. Okay, please take this as an opportunity, guys, to buy and stack and invest into Bitcoin as much as you possibly can. And it doesn't have to be Bitcoin. It can be Ethereum and other altcoins, right? It doesn't always have to be Bitcoin, guys, right? I know a lot of you guys that watch my videos are not, Bitcoin investors. You guys like to invest into other altcoins, right? And it's understandable, you want to make more money. I understand that, right? The Bitcoin price is just too high. I understand, but you guys understand the dominance for Bitcoin is way higher than all these other altcoins and Ethereum, right? Ethereum is obviously the second largest altcoin, or not altcoin, but the second largest crypto coin in the entire crypto market, and it's obviously the largest altcoin. But you guys understand the dominance is really important, and Bitcoin is obviously up there, right? You guys can clearly see right here the dominance for Bitcoin is coming out 48.2%, whereas Ethereum's at 19.2%, right? So you're gonna need some Bitcoin in your portfolio, right? I'm just saying, right? So that's that, guys, and that's why, guys, I am in fact you can't call me a Bitcoin maximalist, but I do in fact invest my money into, Ethereum. Ethereum is obviously my second biggest holdings. And of course, other altcoins as well, like Chainlink, Solana, right? Cardano, Polygon, and many more other altcoins that I have in fact invested in. But yes, my biggest bag is obviously Bitcoin, right? So that's that. You're going to need some Bitcoin, guys. Okay. So please, take this as a once in a lifetime opportunity to buy Bitcoin below $30,000 before it's too late. Because I'm telling us right now, in the next few months, especially, maybe most likely towards the end of the year in 2023, we're going to see Bitcoin over 50K. I've been telling us that many times, right? And I think that is still very, very possible for Bitcoin to hit, right? So we will see, but that's that. Now, since we are in fact about to enter the next new month, which is August, okay, in the next 3 days, right? So, in the next 3 days, the last few days of July, we haven't really seen Bitcoin move. And I told you guys that, Bitcoin was in fact going to pump this month, but it seems like it's still down 4% and Bitcoin is still not really moving. You guys clearly see that it's pretty much stuck at 29K and it's consolidating. But hey, I don't mind it. You know what I mean? This is the perfect time to buy Bitcoin. So I don't mind when Bitcoin is, consolidating, for this long, right? You guys clearly see that. I take this as an opportunity to stack more Bitcoin, right? And it gives me more time. It gives us more time to stack as much as possible, right? Before the next bull run actually happens, okay? So yeah, this month in July, we could actually see this month actually end in the reds, unfortunately, but it's okay, okay? In August, we will see what's going to happen with August. Usually August, though, Bitcoin doesn't actually really perform that great in August, right? We will see. It's all over the place, but most of the time it doesn't really, perform that great. But we will see, guys, okay? We will see, okay? But that's that. But guys, Bitcoin is still holding up very, very well. I hope you guys are still hanging in there. I hope you guys are still accumulating as much BTC as you possibly can right now, because this is the very moment that we all should be doing that right now, in my opinion, right? So that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet already. I really would appreciate that, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Have a blessed day, guys.